last season to make us um, pretty much go back into being able to not film, and there was so
Mm-hmm.
much things that happened last season to just a crazy situation. But now, you know, us being number one on that television show, if you hot, they want to keep it bringing, they want to keep it coming, and then us being a offspring of New York, whenever they start, we go off. Whenever they finish, we come back on. So
Sure.
when they finish, in like January, we'll be coming right back on.
Shit, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Damn, summer now. I'm with that. But
yeah.
as you see, we got it started. It's the return of the Stay Low podcast, Chicago's number one thing for getting into all your favorite people who do shit to make this city the best shit that it is right now.
True.
Um,
For the most part.
for me, you're familiar with my voice. It's Sean Grant, Sean X Grant on everything. I got the beautiful B with the good credit to my right.
Yes, it's me. I'm back. I feel like I don't. It's always a pleasure to be back because I don't be here all the time.
Yeah,
So
you just don't love us for real.
I do love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all.
That's fair. That's
I'm
fair.
just getting my life. I told y'all a while ago. If you are a faithful listener, I'm sure I know we have some. But I said my credit wasn't as good as it was before, so I had to change my name from B to the good credit. I had to change it. I
And
said,
we're
you
straight up
gotta
by
be
Bria.
real.
Got
Life
to.
happens.
It's
So
the only way.
I was gone, but I'm back. I'm coming back because be with the good credit coming back, be with the great credit coming back.
All right, we gonna fuck with it.
Y'all know.
So-
And
That's
shout out to our
I'm just
partner who
getting
ain't
my
with us
life
today.
in-
'Cause
yeah,
he
shout
out,
out to L.
he out in
If you are
Wisconsin.
a
Not
faithful
Wisconsin.
listener,
Out in Waukegan
I know
getting
we
the
have-
bag. But yeah,
But,
shout out to
I said
Els,
my credit
our
wasn't as
originator,
good as
our
it was
founder.
before, so I had to change my name.
He'll be back next
credit.
week.
I
Yeah, he'll
had
be
to
back next
change
week.
it.
Oh yeah, that's
You
another
gotta
straight
be
up by Bria
real.
that we're gonna
Life
do some quick church
happens.
announcements.
So
Number
Yeah.
one,
I was gone, but I'm
yeah,
back.
we
I'm
going
coming
every week
back 'cause,
again,
be
at least
with
through
the good
Christmas,
credit
because
coming
it's a lot of
back, be
people
with
who
the
want to come
great
on here, and yeah, we're like, okay, y'all want to come? Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's do it.
Yes.
And then
Nice.
the support is getting bigger. The people are actually asking and kind of like, yo, what's up? Where y'all at? What's going on?
That's what's up.
And of course, that the Mild Sauce move made it even better and
Shout out
asking
to
us about it.
Jake.
Shout out to Jake, aka the voice of
Gang,
God,
gang, gang,
who's sitting over there.
gang.
Y'all will hear from him occasionally, and we have a couple people, other people in the room. One of which who's not trying to say something, but she gonna
But
talk
she gonna
anyway.
talk, though. She
'cause
on
that's
that.
what
We
we
already
do.
told her.
But before we do that, we're gonna hop into our new segment, which we call the 312. We do it for Chicago, but we cover all type of news across everywhere. The first thing is the thing that's been dominating social media everywhere. We're gonna get our guests a little quick input on it. We also gonna see what Miss Good Credit, Miss All Right Credit, gonna get good again. Got to
Nah.
say about it.
I meant yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's my quick question for y'all in the first part of the three. How do y'all feel about this entire Drake and Pusha T shit?
I'm so happy you asked that. I'm sorry. You can go first. Yes.
Well, I want a proper introduction.
Oh no, we're gonna get to it. No, we're gonna get you.
Oh, we'll get it?
We're gonna
Oh,
get
okay,
you.
Cool,
Don't
cool. I mean, Drake is an extreme artist, you know what I'm saying? And I know Pusha T has been doing this thing for multiple amount of years, but he fell off the scene for a while. And I think when you want to get back on the scene, it's obvious that you got to go at one of the top competitors, you know what I'm saying? So I think that he said something to Drake to get a response, and he dug deep. He dug very deep to just get Drake to finally say something, because Drake don't really respond to nothing that that's meaningless. So once you dig deep and make somebody, you know what I'm saying, respond and say something, then you know you got yourself some fire.
That is definitely true.
That's fact. B, what you think?
I agree, but I also
Hold on, I'm gonna
felt
pause
like,
you for a second. Keep it short because you can get passionate.
No, I'm not. I promise. I know I do. I agree, but I would like to say that in regards to what was said, what Pusha T said, Pusha T come from, and what
Right.
Drake is. It's two different worlds. Coming in his It'd be crazy. I'll be like, hold on, G.
It ain't no rules. Yeah, that's shit. We got a couple.
Fire.
We got Brent Fayez dropping shit, and we got Lil Yachty. Them four.
I'm gonna go with Juice WRLD, man. I'm happy with what I city and what we bring. Exactly who he was until you hit. It's real, what's true, and I think that we got some.
Months, 7 months.
Real
Before that,
exactly.
It's like he came out of nowhere, and just took over.
That's the same thing with 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine definitely came out of nowhere, man. Literally last year, you know,
and trolled the fuck out of all of
us.
Hopefully headed to nowhere as well.
Yeah,
you know. What about you, B?
Retweet. No, I agree. I'm looking for the A. Marie. I'm looking forward to that actually, just because it's been a long time, and like she gave hits, and then after that we ain't see her no more.
Right.
So
That's a fact.
You know, 11, 12, 13-year-old me, even still now, I still be bumping one thing. I'm looking forward to that, but I'm also looking forward to the Juice WRLD feature. I feel like that's gonna be like a trap R&B.
Yeah, definitely gonna be crazy.
Speaking of trap R&B, real quick, not to even speaking of new things that came out already though. Did y'all hear that Zaytoven and Usher?
That shit fire.
He had a few songs. I was like, okay.
That's
I like Zaytoven. Zaytoven, I want him to actually play at my wedding. I want him to play like a Gucci song on a grand piano as I walk.
And I'm gonna cut you off. I've heard his voice. You may have been able to pick it up. I'm sure that all of you have seen him around the city, seen him on TV, everything else. We got my man Van Johnson in with me. What's going on, man?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing
sister.
Hey, what's up?
Thanks for having me on this podcast. It's
Anytime.
amazing. Thank
Anytime. And we have someone else over here who doesn't want to talk or be known, but she's going to just disobey the rules of this podcast. How you doing? Come get this microphone. Nah, you got to come get this microphone. The voice of God got you. Get your introduction in, plug your brand and all of that.
Yes,
it's about money out here.
Hey guys, I'm Laquita Q from Studio 25 Consulting.
Yes.
I am a lifestyle, entertainment, and hospitality publicist and brand manager. So yeah.
There we go.
Ow.
There we go. Get that bag out here.
Get a couple more drinks and the shit.
All right, welcome home.
I ain't mad at him.
Beyond that,
all the way neighbor.
Right.
You put the hat on.
That's crazy. Aside from that,
though, because I'm sure people wouldn't be, oh, that's Kanye, unless they like kids is there, they're younger. But even then,
everybody knows who Kanye West is.
Everybody knows.
Well, I think now they do. Dang it.
I think we just have to trust the process.
Now, right?
I think we have to trust the process. It's a
But also in that Red Bull Festival, you know, you got to sit down with No ID. You got Jamila Woods doing a show. You got Vic Mensa pulling up and doing his own private thing. They really come into the city and do it for us big. And then another one that is huge, and I don't know, I did my my little reading and Google on it just because I'm a nerd like that. But Chance announced his endorsement for a mayoral candidate. I don't want to ruin her last name. And I hear it all the time because I actually want to support and volunteer and help her out. So I'm going to say mayoral candidate Amara because I don't want to ruin her last name because she's a black queen and we need her to take over the city and help out with what we can do.
Dope.
Yeah.
But with that, week out now from Cold as Ice opening up.
Definitely,
What-
definitely.
and you got the open is it to the public.
On the social media platforms, so it's gonna be a lot of people showing up with the support.
Bet. So let us know, just or let people who know who haven't just been familiar with everything. How did you get the name Cold as Ice?
Well, I partnered with someone way back in the day when I started tattooing 10 years ago. Yeah. On him before he started doing tattoos, whatever. He had already had huge amount of respect for me, and we was able to go back inside the building, do something with Nine Mag. I did something separate from D.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up going off and doing his own thing, keeping Cold as Ice alive. And when things kind of like went left with me and Ryan and the shop or whatever, I partnered back with D, and I got.
Speaking of-
Played, and
yeah.
everything bounces off one another. Every brand bounces off one another. So Cold as Ice helps Chicago Rilla helps Cold as Ice, and I have a major team behind me, backing me, and keeping me on a straight and narrow. So everything is working to help each other grow.
Got it. I know you got the Chicago Rilla office in Lacuna as well. How far apart are they?
I'm actually on the same floor, man. I'm
Okay.
on I'm 3B10 on a Chicago Rilla, and I'm 3C10, which is on the opposite side of the building for Cold as Ice.
Is that the big
tattoo
open
shop.
space that was there for a while?
Well, it's on the third floor.
Yeah.
So we have like a secluded area where we have a nice black sliding door. You go inside, and it's like, man, when you actually get inside, it's like, damn, like these guys really got something going on here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of secluded, but once you get inside and open it up, it's a beautiful experience to be inside there.
Dope.
Yeah.
What have you learned about yourself, and specifically in business, when it's come to bringing this brand back and opening it up for like in Lacuna and all the things you had to go through with that?
Just pretty much learn to have patience within, looking at myself in the mirror every day, trying to figure out what changes do I need to make, within. Because once you become a person of certain stature and certain notoriety and fame, everybody's always leeching or, trying to pull you for everything that they have going on personally. But like this television show has definitely made me famous, but it has not made me rich.
Right.
It's opened up plenty of opportunities and plenty of doors. So I've learned to kind of cope with myself, cope within, and try to figure things out to move forward in life and help others when I can, versus every time you ask me for something, I give.
Right.
You
Speaking of helping others, that's what your shop does, right? Like that's one of your reasons that you guys
Definitely.
started it, was to give back.
Definitely, it was definitely to give back to definitely talented tattoo artists that haven't had a chance or haven't had the break. Like the tattoo artists that's in my shop right now are major tattoo artists inside their work and their ethic, but they haven't really had the chance or that huge big break, on a known scale. So I was able to get some guys in there has done some, you know, since some time away, like I have myself, and to keep it straight. And they changed not only dynamics of what is I stand for. They changed, you know, me and what my vision is for artistry, black art, culture, and we're definitely doing some major things just for our people, man. And that's what I want to do it for, you know.
Yeah, I know you said like you got the artists and you providing that.
And I met him, and I've been knowing Shogun. Shogun has had a huge name in the tattoo industry for so long, but he had went away and did, you know, since quite a few years in away in prison, and I was able to meet him at the morning.
Speaking of like the TV show and it showing the reality of your life as far as you having to go to jail and
Mm-hmm.
serve time and then come back out, how do you, or not even how do you, like what, not reality? Because isn't it, I know sometimes, like I know it's reality, like the reactions are real, the
Mm-hmm.
emotions and all that is real, but like when does that stop coming into play?
When you stop giving real story as a cast member, you know,
Mm-hmm.
when you're not being honest with the directors and the producers of the show, when you don't want to really tell them exactly what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
they'll figure out a way to make something happen for you, and it may not be what you want to show. You know what I'm saying? So you become you become a person that's on television and looking at yourself and not seeing the real you.
Yikes.
I've always given these people who I am, and I've given them opportunity to come deep inside my life and just giving them, you know, my all. And once you do that, you become respected. Not only as a cast member, you become respected to the world because people can relate to you all
Right.
over. When I watch reality television, I see shit that I don't even like, or you know, necessarily it's entertainment at one point, but it's like, man, if I can sit here and be programmed, because it's television programming, you're programming me to watch this television show. But if I can sit down, I can learn something from this person, and I can, you know, I can relate to them. It makes
are truly transparent and then who are learning from their ways and are showing that they are growing throughout the process of being filmed, then that is appreciated.
exactly.
For sure.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So we got into it a little bit beforehand, and I'm sorry, our producer Jake just sent me something. It was about the tweets that was going out. We got we got it a little bit beforehand, and for those that were listening, we got it clear that you're returning to Black Ink. But what a lot of people may not have known, because it was just a surprise to us, is that the next season is coming rather quickly, opposed to next summer.
I know last season. We're moving very, very rapidly.
Mhm.
A lot of the scene work has become natural, more organic, and I think that this season is probably going to be more.
Like, what's going on? Yeah, it
Sure.
definitely does.
Do you? I'm sorry. I
No,
don't
you
mean to
good. Go
interject,
ahead.
But speaking of like how it first started as togetherness, like unity, a family, we coming together, we coming on, and all that,
Right.
or even even if it wasn't a family, like strong friendship or strong, but seeing how it's transpiring now as the season go on, since we were talking, you were saying you all are a part of basically coming from Black Ink New York,
Mm-hmm.
and looking at their season and how their seasons transpired and how it went from family to people really fighting each other, like really hate each other and really not being family and friends anymore. Do you feel like that can be going forward? That will be the same. It will be the same way for you guys, or
I think that we've already lived that. We've lived the fights, we lived the drama, and we're going back and forth with one another. I mean, Ryan wasn't talking for months, and we was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sleeping on my couch. I'm sleeping as we taking out. I'm going there. You know what I'm saying? To his kids' events. It was a family situation. So just growing pains in this business. It's growing pains in relationships, and if you can, live through it and get over it, and it's just, it's a blessing from God if you can just keep pushing. And I think that me and Ryan has come to a point now. I may be speaking even a little bit, you know what I'm saying, ahead of what's going on, but. Fuck it, man. It's true life. It's what I'm dealing with. It's what I'm going through, man. Me and that dude, really, we don't hate each other. We just had a relationship where I didn't really agree with everything that he was doing. Design New York. It wasn't
because
that.
Lord knows.
Well, how do you feel? I'm sorry. My question I've
Voice of
always
God.
wondered about this was like being in Chicago, being such a small city, like New York. I feel like it's easy to do a reality show, and like
It was that's a good question, man.
Right?
I don't really get.
Snaps for Jake.
I don't
Snaps
get
for Jake.
I don't get stumped on questions too much. But I just think that I walk in a clear path, man. When I pray and I sit down and talk to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ,
Amen.
He's taught me how to move.
Mhm.
Everything is not easy, and if it's not meant to have, you're not gonna have it. So I pray a lot, and what New York cast is going through and what other reality televisions go through, and that's so different from what we go through because, we live in Chicago. I go to my local gas stations. I go to my my local grocery stores or whatever, and these people receive me as being just me. You know what I'm saying? And they like, man, I can relate to you. I fuck with you heavy, man. Like, you ain't out here Hollywood. You ain't out here with no security. You take pictures and, you know what I'm saying, you do you. They look at me, in a higher respect than I look at myself, So I got me personally, I always have to self-reflect and, and thank God for, the position that he's put me in. And that's pretty much it. Like we're so different from anybody else. Now I'm only speaking solely for myself. I know everybody else on the show position on their own where they can pretty much cover and talk about how they feel about themselves. But me personally, man, I'm 35 years old. I was born and raised in Chicago, and grew up on the South Side, Auburn Gresham. Went to Calumet High School. I come from from the gutter. And for me to be in the position that I am, man, I don't never take anything for granted. I stay humble, I stay grounded, and I stay close to my people because essentially the people is who make you.
That's
especially
real.
if you're going to be successful.
That's real. That's real.
Great answer.
All right. Thank you, Voice of God. Not to backtrack, but just to ask the question I know a lot of people are going to be curious about. Is the relationship with you and Ryan mended or at least better than what we were left off with on TV?
It's definitely better.
Okay.
Better than we left off. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's not mended totally, and I don't expect it to be because if it did, it'd be phony.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we are in better graces, and we were speaking now, and we're shooting scenes together, and we're talking, and that just puts me in a better space. You have to see what you can.
It was a thing that we hit and how you were talking about when you move around to the grocery stores and things.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people say this, but I really think it is about us. Chicago is like a different type of nigga.
Yeah.
It's like when I look, no, and I'm not even trying to say I don't know funny shit, but like when I look at TV and I see you, I see Ryan, I see Ford, I see Don.
Right.
It's almost like I'm seeing myself because it's like, this is where we from.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like, in the essence, we all have our own personality and shit, but
Exactly.
we all are the same nigga. Like,
Period. You
yeah.
speak the same language.
we came from the same shit. We've all seen the same shit. Like,
Look.
okay,
Look,
well, we're not.
like, we both up here like.
All right, but you know what I mean, like a
Same
certain
language.
way.
I
So-
speak the same language, nigga.
We bred a certain way. Like even Jake, our resident white boy, he bred the same way. Nah, but no, it's like we see it. So it was like for us to like, okay, I put it on me. For me to like watch y'all, right? And then just to see like the dissension and like the split is like I felt that.
You felt it.
It was almost like how would I feel if me and my nigga was at
Right.
odds? So then and then it's like we get and I'm not like putting like it as a blame thing or anything.
Mhm.
Like we get your raw emotion and we get your anger. We'll get Ryan's anger. We'll get Don's anger.
Right.
We get everybody's anger. But the one thing we don't get from reality TV is how was you really feeling about it? I can't wake up and say what up to my nigga.
Right.
And then it's like that's just things
Yeah.
that I'm thinking about. Like
That fucked with me heavy.
yeah.
It fucked with me most because, Ford played an essential role to be the middleman.
Right.
And it was a point of time to where I was being so transparent with Ford, telling him exactly how I felt about Ryan, what we need to reconcile these differences. And Ford pretty much like went straight to Ryan. And you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden I'm seeing pictures of this nigga, you know what I'm saying, with Ryan. I'm like, so bad. I just start, you know what I'm saying? He's like, like, I don't have family in the city. My mom and my people now, I done lost people. How to understand through a breakup. I really and deal with, 48 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy, man. I'm looking, you know what I'm saying? I'm glowing right now, and I'm feeling better about, you know what I'm saying, my whole cast and my crew, and I just know everything that will be for moving forward for what we created and who created it.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Any other addition to the show is just an addition, and hopefully they do well. But what we did and what we created as a team, we gonna be all right.
Real.
I have any say so any. Yeah.
So
Then you talking. You talk to.
I just told the nigga,
I'm
like, nigga,
sorry.
you showing your ass.
Wait, okay, guys, I cry easily. Look, I cry easily, so let me stop. I got me for. Because I don't even.
All right, we're gonna bypass that.
We'll talk about the. I had different scenarios of why.
We're gonna bypass that.
Why?
Look,
we did
man.
talk about it on the morning show, though.
Okay, we're gonna bypass that. Anyway.
Y'all did? What y'all say? What was y'all reason
No,
why
we
y'all
were-
think?
Sean's on the morning show.
Yeah, no.
Right.
All right, so look, this is how it went. Portia brought it up, and Jamal, our third co-host, he was like, "What? What is this?" And then Jamal is for his neighbor. They live in the
Okay.
same building.
Okay.
And then he was like, "Nah, not my man's." And then like, yeah, he was like, "Yeah, your man's."
I can speak on it. I mean,
Nah, you ain't got
Okay,
to. No,
no,
I want to
no.
move
I ain't got to,
on.
I ain't got to.
No, you can talk on it. No, don't let him. He can be comfortable.
Yeah.
Cause I
Let me
honestly,
not drink out the bottle.
I was just wondering like what was any.
Also, this man does this professionally. He talks on things.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
right, and I know you have a nice, honest but conservative answer to
Of course.
Anybody like some Jack?
give us.
I would just say that in sending any videos, especially when you're famous and you know what I'm saying, you got a lot of people that's looking into your brand, or you got a lot of people that's looking to get on.
Yes.
You got to be fucking careful. I think Ford made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? He made a mistake because he dealt with a freaky ass chick, and
that was my thing. I was thinking like maybe. Never mind. I don't want to say.
I'm a first say this. It
wasn't
didn't have anything to do with any homosexual activities.
right.
You know, like it wasn't that type of situation.
Right.
It was sent to a female. The female blackballed him, sent the video to production.
That's a damn shame.
Production got it, and they exposed it. And that's production's job. Since that's in real life, they're gonna expose what it is. So the chick sent the video to
She wild.
and the reason he sent the
Hold on, let me
video
pause you for a
is
second.
because
Stressful? Is that stressful? Like knowing that if you have like it's like any of us had something like that happen to us.
situation. But when it's a real situation,
I think that's
like 4, it's like, dude, you kind of put yourself out there. But he put himself out there because the chick said she wanted to eat his ass.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
That's just it.
I figured.
Now, as a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you deal with certain situations or deal with certain freaks that you into that type of sexual activity. It may happen, it may not. But, with 4, shit, he into the freaky shit.
For future reference, because I know this is a new thing they felt it's crazy because growing up, I remember guys didn't want to eat pussy. Now niggas like to eat pussy like crazy. Like that's they wanted breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And now a lot of men like to get their ass ate, and it's just interesting to me, just how things just advanced in life. But fellas, if you ever want to do that shit.
Nicki Minaj
meet up with the woman and show your ass.
Yeah.
Meet up with the woman and show your ass. Don't even leave yourself open to that, cause sis probably gonna do it.
Can we move past ass eating, man?
Yeah. Yes, we can definitely move past that. I just wanted to give a word of advice.
All right, Van.
Because
quick question
that
for
video
you.
was wild.
I'm going to shift all of this. Yo, Van.
He thick as
all
hell.
right, so wow. All right, Van. So what you have in your shop?
You found out you want to eat 4 ass.
He's single now. What's up?
No, not at all. That is not.
Hey, somebody, what's 4's DMs? What's this?
I rebuke that. The devil is a lie. Y'all better stop.
I had to take it from my boy one time. That's my homie, man. Shit.
Okay, you funny.
Man, go hit him on the side like, yo.
You a good friend. That was a good one. You a good friend.
Wow.
Oh my God.
All right, so we're going to step away from ass eating, and we're going to, I got a real quick question for you. All right, so with you having your shop and 9Mag being in the same building, how does the show dynamic work? I know you guys talked about like being able to pick who can come on and who can't. Do we get to see some of the artists that you bring in your shop as regulars, or?
It's just so fresh. It's so new. I would say hopefully we do. You know what I mean? But I do so much in my real true life, man, that the story has to catch up to me. If they do, it'll be by the grace of God, it'll be helpful to the brand and helpful to the company. Look good essentially to what we build. But I know that the show, doesn't glorify everything that's good. We're good. You know what I'm saying? We're doing major things in our city, so we don't really, care about the cameras coming up there. I have a job. That's my job to be downstairs, at 9Mag doing my thing. And if they, like I said, if they ever show our true shop and what we do up there, then it will be. But if they don't, then I won't be mad at it. I will not.
Okay.
Speaking of the shop and back to the grand opening you having it, could you when is it? And then also, is there any like specials going on? What y'all got? What can the people expect?
Well, I usually start my tattoos off like anything. Like my base price is $250 and up. This particular day is going to be October 27th. We're going to start it from 12 noon. 12 to 6 will be 12 to 6 for tattoos. And then from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Burel vodka, Monaco vodka.
It's okay.
All right, so as a business owner and all your brands and everything going on, how hard is it to juggle parenthood, love, and business now?
Before you get
especially since you're
can I
famous.
bring your orange juice?
Yeah, it's
Of
not.
course. Well, honestly, it's not easy, man. Get off, she always has to film. So my businesses has tied into my lifestyle, and I made my people that that had problems with me being so busy. I'm like, you know what? It's time for you to work. You know what I'm saying? Like let's do this together. And I've always been a guy about unity and bringing people up if I can. And who better to bring up than my family? You know,
Exactly.
so
That's real.
it's not that hard to juggle anymore. But it was extremely hard trying to juggle it when everything was so disoriented. You know what I'm saying in my beginning years. But I'm a seasoned vet in this storyline and this business, and we're moving together now. So when you got a team to move with you, then it's way better than trying to do it by yourself.
Completely random. My mother loves you and Jen together.
Really?
It's
Race,
yeah.
gender, color, and I'm just I just pray God appreciative for the platform given and where I'm at. Yeah.
How are you
Back to the
dealing
roots.
with the with the dating now?
Well, first of all, they not together anymore.
Okay,
But I
Okay.
actually
so we can flood them. I mean, no, I'm just
yeah.
Child trying to start
Hey,
some stuff.
hey,
I took a liking into the little guy, man, because after I actually met him and had a feel for him, I kind of gave him a little bit of respect, and now that they're no longer together, and the reason behind it, they're no longer together. Gotta get my little tongue actually play. But the reason they're not together is because my daughter said that the guy was he's like, Dad, I just think he's an Instagram guy. He just want to be on social media or whatever.
Yeah.
She got
Yeah.
standards. Come on, Black Queen.
Exactly. And that's the way I've been teaching it. I was like, if the guy doesn't play, show you any interest or want to do father to show me or teach me how to really maneuver and do things. And that's exactly what I did.
I'd be cool with you, man. Nah,
That mean
but-
you got money. He do got money,
Nah,
y'all.
don't. You
Yes,
gotta stop
I
with this
ain't
fake
gonna
ass lie.
I
He
ain't
holds
gonna tell you. I ain't gonna
Let
tell
me
you.
hold some.
Ain't gonna tell
Didn't know about fame or anything or understand it. But now it's a normal thing. She's
Yeah.
cool with taking pictures. She's cool with being told that I love you, Brianna. I love what your dad doing, like I'm honestly happy that the world receives me in such a positive manner
Yeah.
due to that. My life, my daughter helps my storyline on this show
Mhm.
because
Real.
in my mind, the perfect father, you know what I'm saying, and trying to strive for the best to be the perfect father. And that's how she looks at me. That's simple. Told me the other day, like, I love you so much, Dad. Like, I just think that you're the perfect dad.
Jake, we got an all sound effect. Like,
That was so yes.
but yeah, no,
I love that.
I'm tapped out on cues. Jake, you got some?
I
Voice of
love
God?
that.
No, I think the interesting thing to me though is just like I asked earlier. I think it's interesting that you, especially in Chicago, I feel like New York, other places, if you're in LA, it's expected, but like to
Yeah.
do what you guys do in Chicago, I feel like it's so hard
Yeah.
to live your life like in a very authentic way. It's like the most Chicago thing almost in a way.
Right.
Like, from an authentic city,
Yeah.
your authentic self, and then to have it on TV and then be able to deal with the repercussions of that outside. Like
Yeah.
that's got to be a tough reality, but you're doing it.
It's not easy at all, but just to be able to do it, to have the and to be able to live without any harm and have my God and my angels over my back, just watching me every day, moving as as diligently as I do. I just give all the grace, to my Lord and Savior, and that's pretty much it, bro. I just keep God first.
That's amazing, man.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
B, you got
That's
anything
real.
else?
Really, just
Eat ass.
you know what? I don't got nothing to say. I was gonna say something nice. I was gonna end it on a nice note, but you want to be funny. You want to be funny.
I am a
You
jokester.
gotta be
I'm
funny
sorry.
now.
I'm sorry. I'm
Now my
sorry.
feelings hurt because now I can't live it down. See, now that's what I get for asking that.
Yeah, you
question.
shouldn't ask.
Hey, Portia said
No.
something on one of our shows like a year ago, and she's still getting.
Oh yeah. So wait, yeah. Just to give some background, my co-host on the other show, she I don't know what came over her, but she was just talking, and we doing our send off. Jamal like, yeah, you can find me Jamal Andrews Blase Blah. I'm on Newsy Channel Blase Blah every day. You can find me Sean X Grant Source Magazine Blase Blah. You can find me every day. She said, yeah, my name is Portia, and you can slide, glide, and come inside my DM.
yeah.
What's going on?
Set yourself up. Oh yeah, you set yourself up for that one.
Oh,
And
my
so every
goodness.
time we sign off, we make sure you slide, glide, and come inside her
Hey, but
DM.
also, this special- our man Jamal Andrews doing that great.
Verify. I'm kind of hating. I'm hating.
Hey,
He
Shout out to
working.
Jamal.
Yeah.
with that said,
Don't do that. Yeah, but with that said, we are the Stay Low Podcast. Fuck you, Jake. I am Sean Grant. You can find me at Sean X Grant on everything. B, tell them where we can find you at.
Hi, it's me, B with the Almost Good Credit. You can find me on Instagram at bria.create.
She gave.
Yeah, I gave up Twitter. Yeah, I'm gonna be back though.
No, she ain't.
The
But
journey of your credit through your name. Over the
thank
last
you.
time.
I like Van, like authentic Van. I like to be authentic myself. And if I was gonna be with a good credit, at one point y'all knew me as.
I was
that.
gonna
Why
say I'm
not?
Sean with the 850 credit score.
Ooh, hey.
No, I don't got it, but
Hey,
shit,
big
somebody gonna think I got it
head.
now. No, I ain't got it.
You.
Jake,
you
what's
be
your
around
what's?
often?
No, I don't. Can't nobody tell where you can find me in the city.
It's okay with an 850.
No, I ain't got no
Hand up,
850.
like,
Go ahead, buddy. Sorry. Go ahead, Jake.
what? Miles Radio,
Yep.
It's Kinda Hot, milesauce.co,
Yep.
Jake Krez, things, stuff, all that.
And Van.
I don't ever say that.
You can find me at Twitter, VANTATZ. It's Van Tats. EXCUSSES.
And voice of God, we got one more. Could you please take that mic over to my friend over here to the left who wants to
Yes,
be very
girl.
inconspicuous?
Go ahead.
You got to secure this bag.
You
because
gotta-
if-
'cause you
if-
do it all, you gotta
Because if
let
Jake
them know
gonna be
where to
my
find
manager, I need a
you.
PR person too when I do some wild shit.
You can hit me up. Crisis management.
I need.
At Laquita. You can find me on call me _LW.
You sure?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then to get this send off on 3, me and Van. 1, 2, 3, eat ass. 1, 2, 3.
Boo.
Eat ass.